for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Up first, Saul Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll go toe-to-toe with Dimitri Bivol. 174 pounds. He's 6 foot tall even with a reach of 72 inches.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt. The other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Here comes Dimitri Bivol. Here's the man who took the boxing world by storm in 2022. He won the Fighter of the Year thanks in large part to his dominating win over Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas.
The height, how is that going to happen? He's going to need a step ladder to hit this fighter.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the...
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, fighting out of Kyrgyzstan by way of Russia, presenting the acclaimed light heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Dimitri Bivol.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Clean left jab. This is a high-octane battle. One of only 2 men to have beaten Canelo Alvarez. Can Bivol do it again?
This is a change of the guards. We've seen the emergence of Canelo Alvarez. We've seen the best of him with the best. We've seen everything about him, but Bivol, silent, cool, assassin, gets the job done. This is the kind of guy that he is. Is this a changing of the guard?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A hook scores. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
It's so hot, it's so heated. There's a roof on here you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on your face, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beat.
Oh, Bivol now, stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? How did they not go down?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Both men step back for just a moment. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twist.
It's all offense, all the time. Good counter punch. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. That hook was off target.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That counter shot lands. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punch. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Just misses with that uppercut. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Hook won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout with that.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Defense is not an option for these two. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You'd like to see more jabs. That left hook just missed. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can. And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3 full-shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're both trying for a knockout. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, it's pretty much even Steven. Do you believe what we are seeing?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Ultimate step back for just a moment. These two were made for each other. Punch, counter punch. They got out of the way of that right hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. After what we saw in that... They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Bivol is on the canvas. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it. The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here? The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Gotta let your hands... They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. So We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Hard look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show him your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight with fire. Use pain in the brain.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A swing and a miss with the left hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music. They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Punch, counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. And as we take another look, it's this punch right here. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tight.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Well, he's firing back, and he is forcing him to take a knee.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. And there's the bell to start the round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head.
Dimitri Bivol goes down. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit. You'd like to see more jabs.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornerman now is down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, refresh.
Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. And it appears he smart move here to take a knee and get a break from all that beating.
What you're seeing right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We've never seen this fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. This fight will continue. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, what a result.